Dallas takes over possession. It was a tough year in Big D. This was a team with Super Bowl aspirations in training camp. Got off to the 3-0 start. Got Zeke signed and in the fold, but then the wheels started to come off from that 3-0 record. 5-8 the rest of the way for an 8-8 finish. Not enough to win a down NFC East, and also not enough for Jason Garrett to keep his job. So now Mike McCarthy enters the fold.
And when you look back at this roster, and as you said, a team with Super Bowl aspirations, this is not a team that was overhyped, as is often the case with the Dallas Cowboys. That was a legitimate deal in my estimation. That roster was good enough to contend for a Super Bowl. Just never really got going with consistency. Couldn't beat the better teams that they played. And as you noted, finished 8-8. Mike McCarthy takes over a very good roster. A young quarterback in Dak Prescott. So it's the second act for Mike McCarthy. He has something he feels like he needs to prove after the way it ended in Green Bay. And this Dallas team has a lot that they need to improve on and a lot to show the rest of the world that this team really should be in a Super Bowl and soon.
By the way, since they did not win the NFC East, that's now 15 straight seasons that the NFC East has not had a repeat champion.
Can you say volatile division?
Absolutely. Now a play fake here on first down. And Woods has it complete. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods, 72 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
Hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Here's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Throwing on second down. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff dancing away at the 35. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 21-0 our score after one. Goff, a quick throw, complete to Cooks.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Mike, go. 180. 14.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. It'll be a gain of 11, and it's a second down. On second down and 4, Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 32 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On third down, it's Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good. A first down carry by Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
On second down now, it's Elliott. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Prescott, and he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. Off to often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Goff finding Cooks on a big play, and even 70 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's gone. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But it'll be second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff as his guys continue to pour it on. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Prescott stripped. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Go, go, go.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final shot before break here. Goff rolling to his right. He completes it to Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This one taken just inside the 10. And some room to run now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA! He goes 91 yards on the kick return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback. Boys offense now. They head out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown, Rams. Higbee. There to make the grab. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he moved left there, Charles Little. Danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bryce Hager. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. 10th carry now for Elliott. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. He'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Completes it to Jason Witten. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Goff forced out to his left. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. But, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Following the fumble recovery. Goff. Oh, good move. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike Hunt, 180. 55. All right, T, let's try. All right, T.
Gonna run the sweep here. This is Kupp. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good run there, 9 yards, but it still leaves him with work to do on 3rd and goal. Now Goff on 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. They cash in for 6. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Now the ball comes loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's Prescott, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Prescott now got an open man. It's Michael Gallup, and he'll have it past. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Prescott finding Witten. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play, has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now a 1st down throw, gone. He finds his target, it's Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time, unfortunately. Oh, Prescott stripped. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9. Prescott, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To the air again, Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught by Evans. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll roll it, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. He'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coach say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Long. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,